Right now at 5, a statewide standardized test plagued with cyber attacks and errors. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jameson Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Now, just 1 year later, the Department of Education says they're doing everything they can to make this year's Florida Standards Assessment a success. ABC Action News reporter Lauren Rosella is taking action for parents, explaining what the state is doing to make this year different. Lauren?
Yeah, guys, some students over at Jefferson High School started taking the language arts portion of the test today. We've printed out a version of a practice test. You can see it's an excerpt from King Arthur. The students basically have to prove that they understand the core concepts of this story. Still, though, not all parents want their kids to take the FSA, but the state told me today that that could lead to consequences. Parents like Frank say they aren't budging.
Last year with the FSA testing, there was a lot of confusion, a lot of invalidation of the test.
He says his kids are not taking this year's FSA.
It lacks credibility.
But the Department of Education now says they're trying to earn back that trust. One of the biggest FSA problems last year were cyber attacks. Now they say they've beefed up their server security. There's also less of a chance students will be kicked out. Students will now get a delete warning and also can see previous saved versions of their responses.
But we want our parents to understand the expectation is that their students sit for that assessment.
Pasco School Superintendent says the district feels it's in students' best interest to take the FSA.
We don't condone the opt-out. Personally, I believe that sometimes it singles kids out, and I'm not about singling kids out.
Also, the DOE says opting out of the test could impact a school's funding. At least 95% of a school's students need to take the FSA to get a school grade. When a school moves up a grade or gets an A, they get bonus dollars, about $100 a student. This money goes toward books, supplies, teacher bonuses, and more. And while the district doesn't want parents to opt their children out, they admit that it's a parent's right.
We will follow our procedures. And that if whatever a parent tells their child to do, that's between them and their child.
FSA testing continues all the way through May. And again, if parents do choose to have their children opt out of the test, it's of course the district says it's the parent's decision in order to keep the child home. However, we have learned that in some school districts that could count as an unexcused absence. Live in Tampa tonight, Lauren Rosella, ABC Action News.